Welcome back, guys. My name is Patrick, aka Chief Pat, and today bringing you guys the final episode of my 2-week Titan series. So first of all, sorry about not posting this finale a little bit sooner. I tried to get the video done before I went off to Europe for a trip that I'm going to tell you guys about soon, but I wasn't able to get it done. I did like two 6-hour sessions each and just couldn't find anything. So I thought I would do a couple more raids when I got to Europe, and finally I found a hotel with some internet that I'm able to upload this to. So let's go ahead and check out what happens inside of this episode. But first of all, you guys did notice that I changed my base inside of, I think, the last episode, and I wanted to show you guys some results of it so far. So I was attacked by Thompson81 from Nordic Norway, and the funny thing is I actually met the clan leader of this clan when I was in Norway yesterday, and it was pretty funny to show him this attack from one of his clanmates, and for him it actually did not work out very well at all. So you can see his king, his P.E.K.K.A, a lot of the golems are on the very top, and like I've told you guys about this base, it is extremely difficult to get your queen to shoot over the top because obviously there's 4 spaces between the town hall and the walls, and because of that his queen is sort of set on an island right now, and she has nowhere to go to try to get that town hall down. So the only hope for this guy is getting to 50%. My single targeted Inferno Tower is doing work. And yeah, he only has 1 minion and 3 archers left, and those guys are going to have to save the city and try to get 50% for him against my base. So he does have this 1 minion right here, which is going to be good enough to destroy that cannon. Taking a look around the rest of my base, I still have plenty of defenses on the bottom left, bottom right, and on the top left. So, and the top right. So he's going to have a tough time trying to get those last couple of percentage points with the 1 archer he has left right there, and that went down for a 27 trophy defensive victory. This was actually the second defense I had won since I changed my base. I've won, I think, 2 of 5 so far, so that was a huge offer, and I was super stoked to see that my base worked out pretty well. Okay, so when I was in Denmark, I was searching for 3.5 hours. I was laying down. I was getting really tired. And this raid right here, by the time I checked my iPad to see what was going on, there was only 1 minute and 30 seconds left to attack. So I started to freak out. I didn't even have a good chance to check out this base, but I knew I had a good shot because if you look in the center of his base, he actually has his walls in a pretty weird location to where my golems aren't going to be idiots and run all around his base. I'll be able to go straight through the center with most of my troops, hopefully jump over to the town hall if I can, and let's see if it works out against this guy. So his Lava Hound came extremely far out, and that's usually an advantage because I don't have to worry about the Inferno Towers while my queen and my wizards take care of those guys, and the rest of my troops are making their way inside of the base, and a jump spell will go down in just a second, and that's going to go ahead and get the majority of my troops to the center of the base. So one epic fail I did have in this raid. By the way, again, I was sort of freaking out because I didn't have that much time to look at the base because it was 1.5 minutes to raid it. I forgot to activate my king's ability, which put me a pretty bit, it got me a little bit worried, but I knew that my queen was in a really good spot, as well as she did take care of the single target Inferno Tower, so only a couple more shots to the town hall is going to get me that first star that I need for this raid. So looking at what we have left, queen still alive, shooting down a couple of buildings, 46%, plus the 2 archers I have inside of my army camp mean that I should have a pretty decent shot of getting the final couple of percentage points against this base. So shooting down that last air defense, and yeah, the wizards on the bottom actually cleaned up the rest for me for 22 trophies. This was the only base I found on my 6-hour raiding session, and I'm ending the 2-week Titan series at 4,614 trophies. So I think this is pretty good for 2 weeks of pushing. I think we started somewhere around 3,800 trophies, and honestly, I think I might have had 1 loss in the beginning, but since then I haven't lost a raid, which I feel like is really awesome, and I feel like I'm definitely getting a lot better with Go Wipe. So taking a look at the global chart to see where we ended up at the end of the series, we're at 1,562 or 1,562nd place, which is pretty solid. And then on the US leaderboard, like we talked about previously, I am climbing the US leaderboard, and right now I'm at 157 on the board. So pretty sweet. I'm really happy with the progress I made in this 2-week Titan series, and like I've told you guys previously, this is not going to be the end of my trophy push, and I'm going to resume pushing in a little bit. So I'm going to keep this account a little bit idle. You guys have seen on the top, very top, I already bought a 3-day shield, so I bought the 2-day shield and a 1-day shield on top of it, so I could take a little bit of a break. We're doing some other cool stuff that, again, I will tell you guys about in a future video, but once I make it back to Helsinki, which is on the 10th or the 11th, I'll have way more time to push. So for the meantime, over the next couple of days, I'm just trying to maintain my trophy count at around 4,600 trophies, and I feel like that'll be pretty solid. So pretty sweet series. I've actually really enjoyed pushing up in the Titan League. I might do a follow-up video talking about the pros and cons of how it is, but there were some definitely really exciting moments along the way, like finding that 59 trophy offer, and of course, winning my first defense inside of this episode. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the series. I'm going to keep pushing. If you guys have any great ideas you want to tell me about before I keep trying to push up to maybe Titan 1, let me know with a comment in the comments section below. But it's been a good one. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.